Oh, yeah. Corey Title Rap here. Pacific Coast Title Company. Let's go. Go time.
I got the world on my mind.
Yeah. Sean and Corey, Curtis Young.
Running out of time.
Yes.
Sooner or later, them see why I see why I got the realest flow. Son of the dark, but I still got the illest flow. And it's ironic to me how a chronic MC can drop me before we drop the chronic CD. You see, it all started in the CPT. When Nina rolled the shotguns to the fleet C3. Keep the pound in the middle like DPG. Now they love me in the late like CP3. I'm ballin', shout out to Uncle Warren. And all the pretty girls are seeing out while I'm touring. Signing autographs, otherwise I'll ignore them. Voila, I got this rider chick that I'm adoring. Yo.
Center stages and spotlights. Oh, baby. People craze with them fantasy pop life. Social frenzies. Who's your next bestie, baby? False realities and drugstore remedies. I got the world on my mind. And maybe never comes. We're out of time, babe. I got the world on my mind. And maybe never comes. We're out of time, babe.
Y'all know what it is. Lace them hits.
From Tokyo to LA, stop your evil ways. Show this place your love. Make it brighter days. Save the life and save the dream. I can't believe it now. You have to flip the page and you can really see it now. I got the world on my mind. Yes, it's on my mind. Running out of time,
Young.
I got the world. I got the world. Yeah, yeah. I got the world, baby.
Sean and
I
Corey.
got the world, baby. I got the world, baby. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Woo! Yo, yo. What's up, guys? Woo! I'm a little bit out of breath. So, I do some jumpy jacks right before I go on just to hype me up. And you guys should do the same thing. One time, a great rep friend of mine told me, hey, you got to do whatever you got to do to make yourself feel good before you walk into that next office. Whether that's, doing jumping jacks or, listening to good music, firing yourself up so that you can, get out there and project nothing but positive energy onto whoever you're going in and speaking with. So what I do is I do jumping jacks. When I was a kid, my grandpa used to make us run around we had this long table, and, I used to stay with my grandparents a lot when I was younger. And on Saturday mornings, this guy was a hard-working man. He was a social worker, college graduate, and he was also an incredible musician, music arranger, played trumpet and stand-up bass. I think I mentioned before I come from a very musical family. So, anyways, I digress. Getting back on the topic, what my grandpa used to make us do on Saturday mornings, he would get up and he would make pancake breakfast. Bacon, eggs, pancakes, and he would always make us run around the table. We had this long table 5 times before we would eat. And I never really understood why until way later. He says, I used to always make you do that because, I wanted to, fire you guys up so you guys were hungry. And so, I carry those same little tricks, on into my business. So I hear you. So good morning and happy Monday. Today's June 26th. And this is my third broadcast. I used to do this a few years ago, I think 2016, 2017, when Facebook Live first came out. I used to get up and broadcast every day. Every morning I would broadcast. I did this thing. And it was effective. I used to do it every day. It was hard to do because, it's only so much to talk about. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I used to do it. I used to do it every morning. I think it was 10 a.m. And when I stopped doing it, again, this is in the beginning phases of Facebook Live, right when it first came out. In fact, Facebook gave me a lot of beta testing tools, and before they would release it to the public, and that was because I was doing this daily, and then I just said, it's just so much to maintain, something, every day was like so much where like, God, I really didn't even get to go out in the field because I was preparing my next broadcast for the day. But what I discovered was that the broadcast was actually really effective in that it was reaching a lot of people every week. I was posting into a lot of these real estate groups, and then so I purposely stopped doing it. One, because it was just a lot of work, but also I wanted to kind of see, even though you don't get a lot of likes on social media or comments, people watch it. So I encourage you to continue using your social media. It's one of the free advertising tools that we have. All this social media. I met with the head of Universal Music Group. This is my son Jonah a few years back. Actually, several years back. We met with the Universal Music Group, and the president of Universal Music Group. And this is the guy responsible for signing major artists, right? And so he said, that what you do is, the website, you have a website, right? And you want to use your social media like little trains coming in and out of your website. Or it could be a landing page. Maybe you have a real estate company that sets you up with a landing page. It's not really a full-blown website, but it's kind of attached to their back end. And so what you want to do, and this is just a little tip, try to keep all your branding, the same across all platforms, Twitter, social, all your social, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Keep all your branding the same. And then you want to feed all of your content in and out of your social media. Use your trains, your Twitter, your Instagram, your Facebook, YouTube. Like right now we're streaming live on YouTube. In and out of that website, bringing them in. So, and that's just a little tip, there's, we can go into more depth on all that. But, I'm here to talk about, just whatever comes up, anything that can help with you guys stay busy. It's been a challenging time. I talked last week about just the interest rates being so high, and you got a lot of, buyers on the market, especially in that sweet spot, $500,000 to $650,000 home purchase price, at least here in Southern California. And it's just that sweet spot. So you got a lot of buyers in that area. And then, even up in the higher tiers, you go up into the $1 million range, do they want to sell their home right now, with the 3% interest rate? So it's challenging in that sense. I guess what I'm trying to say is going back to farming and data, right? And I said, we got to sprinkle the seeds, right? So you need a target if you're a listing agent, you're going after listings. I believe that's where it's, that's where it's at right now. Representing buyers is hard in that average price point, $500,000, $650,000 range. I'm not saying not to do it. It's just challenging, especially when you got, FHA is pretty much carrying the market right now. And it's in, I don't want to say, but the listing agents tend to, they go with the conventional loans or the all cash offers. And so you have to be more proactive right now when it comes to farming and targeting people who need to sell right now. Right? So it's identifying sellers in this market who need to sell. You're not going to convince somebody to sell right now, right? And again, I said this last week, you're not in the business of selling. You shouldn't be in the business of sales or selling. You're in the business of trust and building trust with clients. So there's a lot of great resources available in the Title Toolbox, in the PCT Title Toolbox. That's available through our website, by the way. You got an algorithm to target all the absentee owners, out-of-state owners, next sellers. There's an algorithm through there called the next sellers algorithm, and you can pull the next sellers list. You can even target for properties that have had delinquent taxes in the past, and that's just all on the regular part of PCT Title Toolbox, the regular system, because there's a premium side to this. And on the premium side, of course, you have to pay per record. It's like an a la carte thing. You got records in there for divorces, affidavits of death, foreclosure data, right? You'll have access to probate cases. And again, this is all leading back to who you're going to target. Who are you going to target for your next sale? You have to go after people who need to sell. Now, there's a lot of good stuff on here. Even attracting buyers, right? If you have a listing, and I know right now it's really more of a seller's market, but you can actually target some of the absentee owners as renters, and market your property to all the absentee owners. There's a lot of niches and there's a lot of resources in the Title Toolbox, and it's really about navigation. Having these applications, understanding them is key. I mean, if you were a sailor out in the ocean, you ain't going to be out there without no compass or navigation source. You could just be floating around the ocean, bouncing around like a loose cork down the river. You got to have direction. So using tools like Title Toolbox, Pacific Coast Title Toolbox, PCT Title Toolbox, PCT 247 Instant Profile, right? And we got the Pacific Coast Agent Program. Now, these are all tools to help you navigate, because you need to be in control. You got to have direction with your marketing. These are all the great tools that we have here at Pacific Coast Title Company. And I don't expect you just to, sign you up, you download them, and you don't know what to do with it, right? That's what I'm here for. I'm here to actually train you, to mentor you on these programs. So we could do that by phone. We could do that over Zoom. I can come out and do a class for you on Title Toolbox, on the mobile app, the PCT 247. So I just want to make sure that I know that I touch in with you guys every week. If you guys have any questions, and also, I start my week. I do a lot of farming, and then I go on appointments. I'll meet individually, usually with agents one-on-one. I like to spend a good hour with my clients and touch bases with them, help them with their strategies, using all of our tools and resources. But I can also come and do a class for you. I can train. If you're a broker or you're a manager, I can come out and sit down with you guys, or stand and not present. I don't like to present. I'm here to help bring value. I don't want to present something. I want to show you guys how to do this. And I'm there to help because I mastered Title Toolbox, right? PCT 247, Title Pro 247. So I want to train you, because helping you guys pick up more listings and be more active, right? Not having no sense of direction. I want to make sure that I give you guys the right tools to empower you, to give you guys direction, help you guys target and be more target specific with your marketing so that you guys can pick up more deals, right? Because ultimately, hey, that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you, but you know, I got to eat too, right? We break bread together. I give you guys 24, no, maybe not 24 hours a day, but I'll give you definitely 7 days a week support, 7 days a week. Not only that, but I think I mentioned before, our amazing title operations manager, Elizabeth, in the office. I was going to get her on today, but it looks like they just called her into a meeting. So I'll wait. And if she texts me and says, I'm free, I'll give her a call and then we'll put her on. And weekly, if you have any questions moving forward, if you have any questions for title or for a title operations manager, you know, we can present some questions to her once a week. Maybe not just her, maybe we can get some other people on. Again, I want to make sure that you guys understand that this is, that we're a team, you know, and we're an extension of your team to provide you with that back office that you need 7 days a week. And also on weekends, you know. So did you check out my intro video, that little video, I Got the World on My Mind? It was a record. I talked about it last week, but we produced that several years back, and we pitched it for some film projects. And it's just one tune out of many that I'll probably highlight up here. At the end of my you know, vlogcast, I guess what you call it, a vlogcast, podcast, whatever. At the end, there's another tune called Feeling Good. And that was actually used on a few other things, other projects, podcasts that other people had asked us to do. In music and in film, it's called licensing. So in order to put your music or use someone else's music, you have to have a license. It's called a synchronization license to synchronize your music to film or to television. So that's kind of the beauty of everything that we're doing here is we actually have our own, you know, publishing company, our own studio. So we produce all of our own music, all of our own content. Everything that you hear up here will be fully produced by us from A to Z. We produce all the music, play all of the instruments, record, mix. The only thing that we don't do, if we're going to actually release a record or something, we'll send it out overseas, and we have a mastering guy down there in England who will work on mastering something. So, but you know, it just depends on what it is that we're doing. So if we send in a song or a tune or a track for, you know, a television piece, they might say, okay, great, but who mastered it? Or, you know, in the business, mastering is really important. It's a very, very scientific part of making a record. And what they do is, and I know I'm going off subject, I just, you know, I ramble, but I just want to explain to you exactly what that is. You know, if you ever wonder, you know, how music is used in film or television, there is a lot of there's a lot of money in it, you know. So mastering is key, and there's only a few really great mastering guys in the world, to be honest. So you gotta you know, align yourself with the right people. And it's like in anything in real estate, you want to have the right people. You know, a lot like making records. You can't do everything, even though we do a lot of stuff in our own music house. From A to Z, we can write the tunes, we can record them, we can mix them, but we can't master them, right? We can publish them, but so in real estate, you have a team, and you go with your strengths, what you do. You are your biggest selling point, right? People go with you because they trust you. First and foremost, they trust you, but you have to have that team behind you, and that's critical. You got to have the right escrow people. You got to have the right title team, right? Corey Title Rep, Pacific Coast Title Company. So give me a call, 626-392-7993. You can reach me by phone, direct. That's my direct line. That's my cell phone. You can reach me by email, open@CoreyTitleRep.com. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, by the way. Where is it? It's over here. right here. Subscribe weekly, and I'll be sharing different things, different content, title related, real estate related. I'll be sharing some of the music stuff that we're doing. Like I said, we have a very musical family, and so we make records, we make tracks and stuff, and we'll be sharing stuff up here as well during the week. And then from time to time, we'll have some guests on, and just to get a good idea what other perspectives, what people are going through in title, escrow, real estate. So I want to share with you also. Last week I shared a home buyer guide that was really slick. So this week we have what's called the Guide to Understanding a Preliminary Report, title report. And you can get up on our website, by the way, www.pct.com. You can download this for free. And it's just a really good, thorough guide to understanding how to read a preliminary report. I'm not going to go through this with you right now because we actually do a little bit of a class tutorial, and I'll bring out a really super experienced master in the business. And I said this again last week. We do a lot of classes and training. I do a lot of it myself when it comes to like farming, all of the software and the apps that we use, and we help our agents with. But when it comes to like actual title and underwriting, even taxes, we'll bring in an expert. And we'll talk about title, and we'll share with you all of this great knowledge. We have some really experienced people in this business, some of the best in the business. I've been in the business 30 years, so I can definitely vouch for our team here at Pacific Coast Title Company. So you got a lot of really good stuff here on the how to read a prelim guide, including an actual copy of it's a sample prelim here. So when we go through this with you, we'll be able to identify each item along the prelim, so that you have a really good understanding. And I think this is really important for any agent, from a novice who's just starting out to an experienced agent. I know a lot of experienced agents who've been in the business a long time who don't really know how to read a prelim. I mean, it's just true. You guys specialize in what you specialize in. But the more you know, the more valuable you are. And so I would like for you guys to know and understand all of these things. I want to, extend this to you. Again, if you're a broker, you're an office manager, and you guys want to set up how to read a prelim, if you want to set up an appointment on how to farm using Title Toolbox and how to get the best out of it, how to target your next sale using Title Toolbox, I would come and do that for you. We can do that over Zoom. I can do it one-on-one over the phone. By the way, there's also a really good feature in Title Toolbox, and I'm just kind of scrolling through the prelim thing. I'm just trying to cover a lot of bases here. Just make sure that you guys are all aware of some of the amazing things that we have, that you have access to right here on our PCT.com website. Don't forget, www.pct.com. And when you get in there, you get into PCT.com, you're going to have these tabs up at the top. I just want to make sure that under Agent Resources, that's where all the goodies are. Agent Resources right here. You're going to scroll down. All of the tools, all the software and applications are here. Pacific Coast Agent, PCT Title Toolbox, Instant Profile, and PCT 247. Right? That's our branded version of Title Pro 247. So Agent Resources is where it's at, and that's where you're going to get the how to read a prelim. So definitely check that out. There's a lot of stuff up there, and I'm going to keep going over stuff and refreshing things. Some things I'm going to, kind of repeat. My wife said that today. She mentioned, what are you going to talk about today? And I'm just kind of trying to keep it, natural. I just want to flow. I don't want to script anything because I want it to be more like, I'm there. If you're able to just jump on your phone or you watch the video later on in the week. If you don't have a title rep that you're working with, give me that opportunity. I promise you that my team and I will not let you down. Give me that opportunity. If you're new and you're just starting out, give me a shot. I'm going to help you. I had this kid. I call him a kid. He's, I don't know. He probably was like 22 years old, and he set up an appointment with me. He's newly licensed, just got his license. This was about maybe 2 months ago, and he told me this story. It was kind of sad. He said his grandma told him, why are you gonna get your license? You're not gonna succeed at that. That's something, And I don't know the situation with his family, or I'm not gonna pretend to know. But he shared this story with me, and he said, he asked me. He said, I want to learn everything that you can show me. And I was like, wow, man. Yeah, man. So I didn't want to let him down. I sat with him for about a good 2 hours, and that was just in the office. After that, we did a whole session over Zoom. He just wanted to learn everything. He wanted to learn everything, and I threw everything at him. I said, there's no way I'm gonna deprive this kid of all this knowledge. He said, this kid was hungry, man. He said, I'm gonna prove her wrong, man. And I said, okay. I'll help you, man. I'll help you. I'll teach you everything that I know from my perspective, from title, with all the years of experience that I had and all the agents that I've worked with. I'm going to share with you everything. I'm going to share my wisdom with you. Everything that I have, I'm going to give you, man. And lo and behold, this kid already got his first listing. And that's awesome, man. I'm proud of him. I just met with another, I'll call them kids, but, they're in their mid-20s. I just met with another success story. He just closed a $1.3 million deal with us. This is like last month. And I met him for the first time. I do business with people that I've never met before. So I try to come out and at least meet them. We can meet and in person. But I work with a lot of people remotely too. So this kid started in 1 year. He just closed his third deal. And he's on his $4 million deal right now. So believe me, consistency works. Be confident in yourself. I know some of you guys out there, I work with some rock star agents as well. And don't kid yourself. They also farm. Even the rock stars, they might have an assistant call me, and I might sit down with their assistant and train their assistant how to use Title Toolbox and PCT 247, Instant Profile. But they're getting it, right? It's like Kobe, right? He spent relentless hours in the gym working out every day. And it's the same thing. You've got to exercise your skill set. To build your skill set, you got to exercise in order to grow. And sometimes you got to make a lot of mistakes sometimes in the process. So just know and understand that you have a really solid team here behind you. Of myself, I'm going to sit here. I do a lot of my own farming here. I do a lot of data analysis, and I work very closely with my farming department, my customer service. And I can honestly say that I am available here to you 7 days a week. 7 days a week, evenings. You just reach out to me, 626-392-7993. You can reach me by email here, open at CoreyTitleRep.com. Follow me online at CoreyTitleRep. I'm up on TikTok now. I don't know if you guys know, I play saxophone too. I do a lot of things. I think it's Saxy Title Rep or the Saxy Title Rep on TikTok. So start checking those out. I'll do little videos. I was going to post some a session this Saturday. Saturday sessions I'm going to start doing. We're working on this new tune. It's kind of an R&B tune with my son, Jonah. He's a R&B vocalist, kind of popish. But we're doing this new tune. It's actually it's a tune we wrote a while ago, but we're gonna reproduce it. So I'm hoping this Saturday that we can finally start documenting some of these sessions, and we'll do a live session on Saturday. So with that said, I think it's exactly. I was supposed to have my little sidekick here, Viviana, today. She's been interning for us. She said normally she would be right here somewhere. Yeah, I would have her right here, but she couldn't jump on today, and that's okay. We'll have her next week. And then next week also, we're going to talk about this really great product that we have. It's called a listing prelim, proprietary technology that we have out. And I'll share that with you next week. We'll go over a little bit how to identify some of the red flags on a prelim. And I'll have her on next week. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Next Monday, 11 a.m., YouTube Live right here. And again, I'm going to have different people. I might have some musical guests as well. Curtis Young, son of Dr. Dre, on that record. In the very, very beginning of this vlogcast, we recorded a record with him, my son Jonah, and I wrote the song, part of the song, with them. So we did this record. I Got the World on My Mind. That's going to be kind of the new intro song, and then you'll see that little intro video. And then I'll leave you right now with another tune that we produced a few years back. It's called Feeling Good, if I can find it. Feeling Good here by Jonah Corey. You guys have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys next Monday, 11 a.m. Peace.
I'm feeling good.